Cataract surgery can be a life-changing event for many patients. A lot of times, what can happen to a patient as the years go on is that they tend to develop various vision symptoms, like glare at night when driving, not being able to make out details as well. And over time, because those changes occur slowly, they tend to just adjust and adapt. Slowly, they might cut back from doing things that they enjoyed doing, like driving at night or visiting a friend in the evening hours, because they don't feel safe. There's the potential of being free of glasses. The look on people's faces the morning after or in the weeks after when they come back for their follow-ups is truly gratifying, and we always love having those experiences with people. It's a wonderful part of the surgeries to be able to bring such a nice positive change to their lives.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
I created Buffalo Golf and Social for one reason: to create a space that's different and unique from any other golf facility you've ever been to. It's a place to learn, and it's a place to enjoy. You ready?
And good morning from the Northtown Center at Amherst, where we are ready to start live coverage of 12U Amherst hockey, as we are ready to go here from the Northtown Center at Amherst, as we are just about set for puck drop. Both teams wrapping up warm-ups as we get set to bring you live youth hockey coverage here from the Northtown Center on the Nickel City Hockey Network, as we join you live from the 412 Communications broadcast booth. 412 Communications, the new gold standard in digital media solutions. Good morning, my name is Aaron Elpern. Delighted to be along for the call of this morning's game. We have the Amherst Knights against the Niagara Junior Purple Eagles, joined on the call by color commentator Sean McHugh. And Sean, we get to see a different level of youth hockey here today. We've done a little bit of work with some of the 10U teams, and now we get a look at a couple of 12U teams here this morning. Always exciting to see the next generation of hockey talent here in Western New York.
Absolutely. This is where it starts for everybody at the youth level, 10U, 12U, mites, squirts, you name it. And like you say, we've done a lot of work with the Hashtags Heroes program over at Bud Bakewell Ice Rink down in Riverside in Buffalo, New York, and now we're going up an age bracket to 12U. Kids are a little older, a little more experience under their belt, a little more time playing together, so you would think, maybe some more smooth play, maybe a little more emphasis on, system and speed, but still at this level, the first key to the game for everybody above anything else is everybody has fun, enjoys the game, no injuries, of course, and basically experience the game at this level, enjoy it, and then as you grow older into the deeper, thicker levels of the game, then you decide how seriously you want to take it. But right here, they're doing the handshake line before the game starts here.
Yeah, the pregame handshake line, something that has come into the game a little bit more over the last few years. tend to see it a little bit more at the older age level where there could be a little bit of animosity built up during the game. This is one of the things that some youth hockey organizers have thought about to try to quell those types of things and to avoid any sort of post-game issues that could arise. So good to see the sportsmanship as the first message to start the game here. We're ready to get underway here between Niagara and Amherst. And something that you mentioned there, Sean, with this age level, teams that have been maybe playing together a little bit longer, and that is something specifically about this Amherst team. We got a chance to talk to their head coach, Jeff Shepard, and this group has been together for a couple of years now, so we get to see that familiarity between teammates and see how that produces the extra little bit on the ice, because you know that a team that knows how to play together, Sean, is that much more effective when it comes to battling against their opponent.
A team that can play together effectively will beat a team of star players that'll do it themselves every single time. If you just watch any hockey movie ever made, whether it's the Mighty Ducks, Miracle, or anything, chemistry is just as important as the skill, and Amherst, they are committed to that at all of their levels, so let's just see how much that pays off here at the 12U level.
Underway here from the Northtown Center at Amherst. Thank you so much for joining our broadcast this morning on the Nickel City Hockey Network. 11 seconds in, we have an offsides call along the Amherst blue line, so a face-off right in front of the Amherst bench. As the two centers step in for the draw, Amherst winning that one cleanly. Face-off won by Adam Sievert. Amherst can't maintain control of the puck. Sievert comes in to find control of it and get it to a teammate. Now Amherst moving it up ice. This is Ruggieri. Teddy Ruggieri through the neutral zone, gains the blue line, backhand pass trying to get it across to Adam Sievert. Hit a defenseman's skate. Good play to get in that shooting lane, or that passing lane,
rather. Right there. They had a streaker going long. I'm sorry, I didn't see that, but we got a breakout here coming.
Stuarty into the offensive zone for Niagara, gets around the defenseman and fires a shot. Nice save by the netminder. That's Simon Shepard making the stick save, deflecting it up in the air. It ends up landing in the basket of the net on top. Shepard with the first test here this morning as we get the first shot on goal about 45 seconds in.
And Oliver Staderi, what a job by him as well, creating that scoring chance. He is one of the biggest bodies out there at center for Niagara. Did a great job shielding the puck and getting the shot. But the goaltender, the new player to the position, Simon Shepard, tested early. Great stick save and the awareness to try and direct it out of harm's way for no rebound. A lot of the Amherst fans and coaching are very impressed with number 13 Simon Shepard's headiness and goal. And here's Wilcox.
Also impressed with Ryder Wilcox as he drives into the offensive zone and rips a hard wrist shot. Amherst gets the first goal of the game a little bit more than a minute in, and it's Ryder Wilcox, one of the stronger two-way players on this Amherst roster, gets up the ice with some speed and fires a hard shot past the netminder. The Knights are up 1-0.
Ryder Wilcox, and he is talked about by his coaches as a goal scorer and a hard worker, but something you don't always see with players that are labeled as goal scorers, he is the back checker and the shot blocker, so he plays in all three zones. Huge burst of speed through the neutral zone by Wilcox. Oh, big hit here right below our broadcast position.
Collision right along the blue line. The Amherst player getting the better to that. Colosimo going right to the front of the net afterwards as well. Knights keep it in at the blue line. Zuniga fires a shot, gets it to Mancuso in front. Almost an opportunity right there on the doorstep. Shot just barely missing the net wide. Puck in the far corner right against the Zamboni door. Amherst keeping possession. Colosimo gets it towards the front of the net, ends up banking off the side of the net, unable to get it to a teammate. Now it's going to be Niagara looking to work it in transition with Karuna. Karuna drives towards the slot, fires the shot. Nice move there as he had the netminder leaning one way, found it just inside the post. Niagara gets the answer. It's a 1-1 hockey game.
All right, we have a track meet to start this game as Caruana, speed is the name of the game here, Aaron. A good job to chip the puck out of the zone, and then Caruana steps around the pinching D-man with speed, goes hard at the defenseman towards the left side dot, steps middle, and as he has the goaltender moving, shoots it to the post. What a shot by Caruana, and two speed-driven goals here, and now the track meet continues as these kids brought the legs today.
2 goals, not even 2 minutes into the game. Teams trading goals here, and Amherst getting another shot on goal, that one from distance. Stop made by the stick of the netminder Joyce. Puck comes towards the front of the net, deflected away before an Amherst player can get an opportunity from the doorstep, sent right back down low quickly as Amherst looks to set up the forecheck in the near corner. Spagnolo trying to get it away from that pressure. Niagara unable to get it out of the zone on that first attempt. Now they have an opportunity to work the breakout on the far side. Pass towards the middle of the ice, eventually gets to a Niagara stick, and now it's a 2-on-1 setting up for the Purple Eagles.
Oh, great defense.
What a defensive play there on the far side. Number 7, Brody Arthur, getting in the way, making himself a big body there along the blue line, keeping the Niagara zone entry from coming together.
Yeah, that was his only play. If he does not make that play, that is a 2-on-0 from the blue line in. These defensemen are active both at the point and at their far blue line protecting the zone. You can tell here, Coach Shepard has these Knights practicing from the back end out.
Niagara gets it into the offensive zone, and they have some bodies in front of the net. Let's see if they can get something set up. That pass quickly comes in front. Wasn't off the mark by a whole lot. Good look there as the 2 Niagara forwards went directly to the front of the net. Player in the corner moved it right to the front. Just unable to get that on the tape as look to see Niagara try to set up that kind of low to high play again here throughout the rest of the game. But certainly something that at least we've seen early on, despite the fact that we've got 2 goals on the board already, is the focus on defense. Both coaching staffs talked about how when their teams are playing well, they have that attention to the defensive side of things.
That seems to be the message from the Amherst program, because we noticed that with their 10U team as well. They are strongly committed to playing fast, but starting on the back end and working up ice. Take care of your zone before you worry about the other. It seems to be a systematic sort of play style that all the coaches are in on with this, which is how programs develop into what Amherst is looking to develop into.
Our broadcast this morning brought to you by Buffalo Ophthalmology and Buffalo Optique, providing a full range of specialized eye care services for ages 3 and up. Locations on International Drive in Williamsville and off Mile Strip Road in Orchard Park. Amherst getting control after the neutral zone faceoff. Mankowski carries it into the offensive zone. 2 Niagara players on him. Just tries to play it to the corner and now intercepts a pass as Mankowski has it along the goal line. Pass towards the front. That one's intercepted by Galloway. And now Galloway looking to break it out up the far side for Niagara. The Amherst forecheck, though, getting right in the way as quickly as they can. And that is Sievert moving it back down low in the offensive zone. Adam Sievert now trying to pick up a loose puck on the far wall. Niagara gets it to the point, but not out of the zone as that shot from distance almost getting to the net. Getting in the way of that one, making sure it doesn't get there, was Braden Nash, the defenseman. Russell here in the near corner with a backhand pass. That one's intercepted. Amherst quickly gets it towards the slot. Bouncing puck as Adam Sievert finds control of that one. Looked to get a pass across to Mankowski. Not sure that Mankowski was necessarily looking for it, though. Mankowski quickly recovers and gets the control of that puck down low for Amherst. Decent bit of time here in the offensive zone for this line for the Knights. Niagara trying to get it out of the zone, but it's kept in at the point as that's Jack Sievert making a play at the blue line. Jason Sievert, rather. 3 different Amherst players against this 1 Niagara player here. Good work there to get that outnumbered situation and make sure that puck doesn't get out of the zone. Ruggieri now trying to make it pay off as he skates it towards the high slot. Backhand pass doesn't get through. Ash gets in the way of that one, now trying to get it out of the zone for the Purple Eagles. Amherst swarming around them at the blue line, keeping those zone exits from coming together, and now Berg keeps it in at the far side for Amherst. To the point to Jason Sievert, can't keep it in, and now Niagara looking to work it up ice in transition. Jackson Galloway. 3 Amherst players coming back quickly on the back check. That's something that the coaching staff definitely emphasizes, and the players on the ice making it pay off here. And now Wilcox tries to drive it up ice on the far side.
Good pinch by the D-man right there. He's gone. Oh, he's got the puck right here.
Wilcox with a second opportunity to carry it up the far side. Stops just inside the blue line. Almost gets that pass onto the stick. Looking for Adam Sievert in front of the net. Puck comes out into the neutral zone. Zuniga settles it down there. Unfortunately, the teammate unable to clear the zone, about a step short of getting out into the neutral zone before that puck went back into the offensive zone. So we get an offsides call with 6:25 to go in period number 1. In our broadcast this morning, brought to you by Mill & Teller Realty, Western New York's premier commercial real estate broker. To buy, sell, or lease any office, industrial, retail, or investment property, trust the unparalleled knowledge and experience of Mill & Teller Realty. Ryder Wilcox looking to get something going offensively again, unable to get that puck in the offensive zone. And now Amherst having to regroup here defensively. Circling the net, looking to break the pass up the near side. Gets to the blue line. And now Colosimo tries to get it into the offensive zone. Good play by Hoffman to make sure that push doesn't come together.
Was that a set forecheck by Amherst right there?
Pays off in an
One
offensive
forward
opportunity.
In, 2 wingers right on the wall to force the pass, and they were set up perfectly for it. That was impressive right there.
The defensive zone coverage using the full ice to make sure it's difficult on the other team, and it ends up getting an opportunity for Wilcox to get a shot on net. Good glove save made there, as it was Joyce making sure he got enough of that one to deflect it off to the corner. Niagara finding possession on the far side, now looking to get that breakout going, but again, Amherst aggressive at the points with the pinch and allows them to keep it in the zone. Shot coming in from distance, Errett missing the net wide, but a good play at the blue line to make sure that puck didn't leave the zone. Now Niagara gets a clear, foot race back into the Amherst zone. Niagara player getting to that one first with a backhand pass towards the front of the net. Didn't have anybody matching his speed into the offensive zone, but eventually his line mates join him as Hoffman puts some pressure on in the far corner. Errett there trying to start the breakout for Amherst, and he's got some room to skate it up the far side. Reed Errett now gets it into the neutral zone, takes a bump from one Niagara defender, but still maintains possession. Now looking to carry it in here on the near blue line. Errett gets tied up, but gets it along to Shepard. Wayne Shepard with the shot towards the front of the net. Looked like the goaltender got just enough of that one to deflect it off to the far side. 4:38 remaining in period number one. A 1-1 score as both teams got on the board early in this one. Amherst keeping that puck in at the blue line. Eventually it comes back out to the neutral zone. Zuniga and Errett look to start the breakout with a D-to-D pass, and now it comes over to the near side. Chasing that one down and looking to move it up ice is Arunas Salvadore. Salvadore makes that pass to the far blue line. Shepard gets it across the blue line. Now Amherst setting up that forecheck pressure. Comes to the blue line. Arthur right on top of that one. Gets to it to keep it in the blue line. Now gets a little bit of help to make sure it doesn't get out of the zone. Nice work by the three Amherst Knights on the far side. And now Salvadore with a chance to let a shot go. Looked like the goaltender might have gotten just a little bit of that one. Came out well to cut off the angle on that shot from the far side. Under 4 minutes to play in period number one. Again, Amherst aggressive at the blue line to keep it in. Shot doesn't get through from Arthur, but he keeps on battling there on the far side to allow his team to keep possession. 2-on-2 tussle there for that loose puck against the far wall. Two more players now join the fray. Eventually it comes loose. Nice play by the defenseman Arthur. Now looking to get that play set up in front of the net. Doesn't really see that pass, so just plays it along behind the net. Gormley with the shot from the near wall. That one's right in on goal. Another save having to be made by Joyce. As again, Amherst keeping it at the blue line. It's 3 different times on this shift that Arthur has made a play at that far blue line to make sure the puck doesn't leave the zone. Now battling against 2 different Purple Eagles for possession.
Arthur is just a wrecking ball out there, but this could be a clear-cut breakaway for Niagara. Oh, look at Salvadore on the back check.
Galloway looked like he had a lone break there, but Salvadore with the pressure and getting that speed going, making sure that that shot wasn't uncontested. Nice save made by the netminder Shepard as the back checking, again, something that the Amherst coaching staff talks about a lot. We see it coming through here when they needed it.
Yes, and Galloway, also good job by him sensing the pressure. He still got a hard shot off, and we have to make sure Simon Shepard gets his roses on that because that was under his arm on that blocker side. He was able to locate that puck and keep it. Good plays by everybody around. Shepard making the save, but Salvadore, a coach's dream right there, tracks the man down and alters the shot.
Again, Niagara looking to work in transition. Guy gets free in front of the net. Great save by Shepard, as that was Oliver Stuarty again getting the opportunity, went inside-outside on the defenseman. Got a great opportunity, just couldn't get it past the netminder as Sievert and Sievert come in just off sides. The deflection, good play defensively there at the blue line to get that poke check, and that's what forced the Amherst players in off sides. So the pace picking up a little bit more here in the later half of the second period, or first period rather. Still the 1-1 score with under 2.5 to go.
Goaltending has been absolutely focused on too, especially from goaltender Simon Shepard. That is 2 high-quality saves on back-to-back shots. Amherst is doing a great job getting pressure, but Niagara, they're opportunistic, and they're getting... Oh, speaking of chances!
Great setup in front of the net. That had a lot on it, not surprisingly, that Adam Sievert couldn't quite settle it down, but look for that play to get set up again as the Amherst players working well in tandem in front of the net. There's the pass from down low, right off the post. What a play there to set up Mankowski in front. He rings it off the post. The second chance opportunity stopped as Sievert let it go. Great work by the netminder Ben Joyce as Amherst swarming in the offensive zone here at the 2-minute mark.
Coach Alpern strikes again. You're not even done telling us that they're going to run that play again. And they run it even better than they did the first time when they almost scored. So, like we said, that's a product of years playing together, knowing where people are through traffic. Amherst, their chemistry's there. They're into a goaltender right there, and, you know, his best buddy bailed him out there as well.
Amherst with an offensive zone draw now as they try to get the set play off the draw. Looked like Adam Sievert was trying to slide that one through the opposing centerman's legs and go right to the straight of the front of the net. That's a pretty heady play for the 12U level.
No, yes, that level of hockey IQ at 12 is impressive, to say the very least. And then just this tenacity at the blue line causing chances. Oh!
Sievert gets it to Mankowski, steps around the defender, and then gets around the netminder. Maybe just ended up turning himself a little bit too much to get the proper aim on the shot, but great moves in tight from Evan Mankowski.
Oh my goodness, what a feed!
Ruggieri
Wow!
catches the pass in front from Sievert, rips a hard wrist shot. Amherst gets on the board again late. They've been swarming in the offensive zone. It's now 2-1 as the Knights strike again.
Adam Sievert, what a pass, a feather-soft saucer pass through people's legs, right on the tape of the man in the slot. No mistake there, rips it as soon as that puck's on the tape home with 1:20 to go. Amherst gets their lead back after it seems like they've been in the offensive zone for the last 7 minutes.
Number 11, Teddy Ruggieri getting the goal, described by his coaches as a shifty player, but somebody who's new to the game
and sick Sally too,
and has improved throughout the season. And you can see that the talent level, the ability is certainly there, and he hammered that shot home when he got the opportunity. Amherst looking for that second one quickly after that goal just recently. Good save by Joyce as he helps his team keep that game a 2-1 game.
Caruana remembered how he scored.
Yep, Niagara with the chance to push back here late in the period. Caruana unable to get that shot through traffic, and now Amherst trying to break it out against the near glass. Wilcox carrying it up ice, 3-on-1 for Amherst. Wilcox with the pass in front to Aaron, drops it back into the slot. Good defense, though, as that looked like it was Hoffman making sure that it wasn't easy in front of the net for the Knights.
Man, even though it didn't, that was a no-look backhand pass. If that gets to Wilcox, he's going to rip that thing from the slot.
Under 20 seconds to go in the period. As Niagara driving it in towards the offensive zone. They get it in across the blue line. Let's see if they have enough time to set something up here in the offensive zone. Puck comes up the near wall. Caruana unable to keep it in as we have under 3 seconds to go in the period. As the horn goes to signal the end of period number 1. Good pace for the first 12 minutes, Sean. And Amherst using their speed to get out to a 2-1 lead after the first period. Be back in about 30 seconds with period number 2.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
I created Buffalo Golf and Social for one reason. To create a space that's different and unique from any other golf facility you've ever been to. It's a place to learn, and it's a place to enjoy. You ready?
And welcome back to the Northtown Center at Amherst as we get set for second period action between the Amherst Knights and the Niagara Junior Purple Eagles. It is 2-1 Amherst after period number 1. Thank you so much for joining us this morning on the Nickel City Hockey Network. I'm Aaron Elprin alongside Sean McHugh, camera operator Jeff Jazarowski from the 412 Communications broadcast booth. 412 Communications, the new gold standard in digital media solutions. And Sean, a lot of speed there in period number 1. And Amherst swarming in the offensive zone. They get the late period goal to make it a 2-1 score.
Niagara, though, looking to counter because it is still only a one-goal game, and Niagara certainly didn't play a bad period. But Aruna Salvadori, though, looking to do something about that. What? Inside, outside?
Salvadori with the toe drag move, and it ends up setting up a rebound opportunity. Wayne Shepard puts it home. Amherst early on in period number 2, out to a 3-1 lead.
Well, Aruna Salvadori, they call him the quiet man off the ice. He does all his talking on the ice, and he's described as a heady player who sees the whole ice. Well, looked like he was going to shoot, goes inside and outside, puts the move. Great initial save by the goaltender, but because Salvadori got everything spinning around, the rebound was there for the taking, and Amherst slams it in 20 seconds into the period, and Salvadori's not done. He wants more.
Salvadori into the offensive zone, smartly checks over his left shoulder to see where the defenders are, now looks to set up some offensive zone time. Good play, though, to clear the zone. Now Niagara might have a chance in transition with Galloway. Galloway lets the shot go from outside of the top of the circle. Save is made by Simon Shepard as the twin Shepard brothers helping their team out in a big way here early in second period play. Simon Shepard with the save here on this end, following up Wayne Shepard's goal on the other end.
Yeah, the Shepard twin brothers, they're huge in this. One scoring, one's preventing goals. That's another depth of the teamwork element we have here with these Amherst Knights. And what a start to the period. I mean, it was a big moment here. I mean, Amherst had a strong finish to the first. Niagara got the reset, but Amherst just came right out and took a goal, and now they're looking for more.
Quick breakout by the Knights as they get it across center ice red line. Good play, though, to get in that passing lane, as that was Oliver Stuarty again showing his presence there on the ice. Stuarty with possession, now looking to skate it up ice. Good work there by the two trailing players for Amherst right on top of him to make sure there wasn't enough room to skate it up ice.
Icing waved off, so Amherst is going to look to break it out.
Tyler Berg starts the breakout, pass right through the center of the neutral zone. Not going to have enough to be icing here.
That's going to work.
This is Adam Sievert trying to put some pressure on. Good little stop and start move by Braden Nash to get the breakout started, though. Niagara unable to get it out of the zone as Adam Sievert steps into that, feeds a pass along. Looked like Ruggieri looking for his second of the game there, just couldn't quite get control of that puck to get a shot away. Finds it in the corner, now looking to get something set up offensively for the Knights. Niagara.
What a key by Amherst. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
Two plays there at the blue line as that was Jason Sievert making sure that puck doesn't get out. And it ends up giving his brother the opportunity. Adam Sievert goes wide around the netminder and tucks it home into the open net. Amherst now up 4-1. Adam Sievert with a great finish after it was Jason Sievert making two plays at the point to make sure that offensive zone push didn't finish.
I don't think Adam Sievert was even born when Jason Pominville scored that goal against Ottawa, but that literally looked similar minus the breakout. Good keeping at the line by Amherst. Sievert gets down below, sees that he has room, just steps in front of the goaltender. Goaltender goes for the desperation poke check, misses. Rebound in front. There's another one.
Amherst gets that opportunity in front of the net as the first shot was taken from the point. Ruben Zuniga drove it into the offensive zone, fired that shot from just about the top of the circle. Looked like it might have handcuffed the netminder. The rebound was sitting there in the crease. Couldn't quite tell who eventually knocked that one in, but Amherst now with a 5-1 lead.
Yeah, Amherst they're not playing around this period. They have just put the pedal to the metal and are just gone. Niagara really needs to just reset a little bit and spend some time in the Amherst offensive zone because they're under siege right now.
Niagara gets possession off the neutral zone face-off, and they get it into the offensive zone. Eric back into the far corner, looking to get something started on the breakout, but good pressure there by Niagara to make it at least a little bit difficult. Amherst gets it to the blue line, and now they have numbers through the neutral zone. Wilcox on the far side. He's got two players in front of the net, takes the shot himself. Too much elevation on that one, though, and it goes high and wide.
Yeah, he wanted the crowd to react to that one. He was looking for that bar, Aaron.
Reese Burke brings it back in the other direction. He fires a shot from distance.
Ooh.
Pad save made by the netminder Simon Shepard. He covers up to make sure there's no second opportunity. Crowd eventually comes there. Some players end up on the ice, but everybody seems to be okay as we're ready for a face-off in the Amherst zone with 9:30 now remaining in period number 2. It's our broadcast this morning brought to you by Buffalo Golf and Social, Western New York's leading indoor golf facility. Simulators, lessons, and leagues. Buffalo Golf and Social, the area's best destination for year-round practice and instruction. Face-off to the left of Shepard in the Amherst zone. And for Niagara, it's Jackson Galloway taking the draw. Niagara gets possession off the face-off. Hoffman with a D-to-D pass, but a bouncing puck. Niagara can't get it low, and Mancuso looks to get it out of the zone. Met with some pressure in front of the Niagara bench, but Amherst finding possession yet again. Now here towards the near side, carrying it up ice is going to be Declan Gormley.
Nice
Gormley
entry.
gets it along inside the blue line, and then Colosimo's shot right off the pad of the netminder. Joyce being tested again here early in period number 2. Galloway gets it away from one defender, but can't get it out of the zone. Some good back pressure there from Wilcox. Amherst now getting the pressure set up here on the near side. Again, it's Niagara unable to get the puck out of the zone as Amherst swarming on that on those breakout attempts, making sure there are two players around everybody that has it for Niagara as they try to get it out of the zone. Allows them to set up a little bit of extra zone time. Arthur at the point lets a shot go. He had a lot on that one. Hit a Niagara stick about the mid-slot. Didn't quite get to the netminder. Brody Arthur back in the neutral zone. Sidesteps one player. Now has some speed. Arthur toe drag and then fires the shot. What a great play to give himself that opportunity. Just couldn't get it past Joyce in the end.
Think he's ever watched Austin Matthews play hockey before, Aaron?
I think he's perfected that move as well.
That's one of those moves. You can see it coming. If he hits that spot, you're not stopping it. So what a shot, and a great save, too.
Stuarty with a hard wrist shot here for Niagara. Really testing Shepard with that one, but a good blocker save as Niagara, again, using that transition game to get their opportunities. Amherst finding a loose puck there on the far side, and now they get some speed going up ice. This is Wilcox again into the offensive zone. Man on him, but Wilcox sheds that check. Fires a pass towards the front of the net, trying to get that one to Salvadore. Puck in the near corner. Amherst keeping control of it. Pass doesn't get to the front of the net, but Amherst keeps possession as Epic gets it down low in the far side. Picked up there by the defenseman, number 24, Caruana, but he can't get it out of the zone as Amherst looks to set up more time.
Again, his stick was tied up, so he just kicked the puck to his man.
Shot from the point is stepping in to let that one go as Declan Gormley. Looked like it just hit a skate and went wide. Gormley had the reaction of disappointment after that one. Didn't quite get onto the mark. 2-on-2 battle here in the near corner. Actually, 3 different Niagara players. Eventually, it is pinned to the near wall, and the referee blows the whistle to get a stoppage in play. 7:04 remaining. Amherst making some changes here before this offensive zone faceoff.
Yeah, and Amherst, again, has played pretty much the entire period minus the odd shot or two in the Niagara zone. They have very much tilted the ice in their favor, and they're looking for more here. They're continuing to get opportunities as well, so they're going to play till the bitter end here.
Yeah, they really started to gain a little bit of that momentum late in period number 1. They got the late period goal to open up the 2-1 lead, and then just absolutely hit the gas pedal to start period number 2 here, as they have just been rolling in the offensive zone again, getting that forecheck set up here on the far side. That's Adam Sievert. Sievert circles out of that far side.
That'll happen if you try that.
2 different Niagara players didn't give him a whole lot of room to work, and now Stuarty comes into the offensive zone.
But there's that team back check. Just Stuarty's a really big, strong, highly skilled player, and Amherst is just like, they're just attacking him and forcing him to get rid of the puck.
Again, it's a case where if you have, no matter how talented an offensive player is, his work becomes that much more difficult if you have to stick handle around 2 or 3 defenders. Good team bracketed defense like that one makes it that much more difficult for those skilled players on the opposite side.
And at this level, you obviously can't be blowing players up and like throwing big checks, but you can learn how to play the body properly, and they played it perfectly. One guy tied up the stick, one guy took the shoulder, nowhere to go with the puck, and that's not easy to do at any level, but if you can master it at the young ages, I say this on these broadcasts all the time, there is a spot for you on every hockey team if you can play defense.
Mankowski looking to create some offense right now as he gets it through one defender, now through the second one, and takes the shot, just barely missing the net wide on the near side. Great individual effort to get loose into the offensive zone, but just couldn't quite get it past the netminder. Joyce again out on top of his crease, cutting down that angle.
This is a confident team too, Amherst. I mean, they're making their moves. They're not showing off, but when these kids decide to, bust out the hands, they're doing it, and it's working.
And it's from up and down the lineup as well. It's not just 1 or 2 players driving it. It's pretty much everyone on the ice in black. Nice play here just inside the blue line.
Physical play by Galloway, though.
Galloway uses the shoulder to get that puck free. Just had a teammate that was hidden from vision behind one of the Amherst players. Ends up being an offsides call, as Galloway thought that he had used the physicality to create a chance there in transition. Look for number 30 to continue to use his size and speed to be an offensive force for the junior Perps.
Yeah, I really, really don't think Galloway should change anything about what he just did there. Did it all by the book. Fortunately, just a teammate was caught up ice, was doing the best to get back, but came over the line just a little bit early there.
Niagara gets it into the offensive zone, but Amherst quickly exiting the zone. Galloway now with a little bit of room to operate here in the offensive zone. Again, though, that swarming defense, 3 different players not giving him any options to carry that one in closer to the net. Brody Arthur now carrying it up ice. Toe drag move to get free again. Now he puts on the speed, lets that backhand shot go, just couldn't quite find the mark, as Brody Arthur has been showing us an awful lot of that raw talent that his coaches talk about.
Yeah, he's definitely got it, and I'm not even convinced that wasn't a pass either. He had a guy going to the back door. I think Brody Arthur just put it in the best spot possible. Don't expect him to stop carrying the puck at all. That's just another weapon this Amherst Knights team has. He's an absolute stalwart on the blue line, but then once he carries the puck, he can drive your offense.
I just love this team defense from Amherst as they had all 5 players back in the neutral zone. It ends up creating an offensive opportunity. Dylan Colosimo with the finish there in the end as the team defense creates the neutral zone turnover, and then Colosimo makes it pay off. It's now 6-1 Knights.
Aaron, I mean, it took the words right out of my analysis. All 5 skaters committed to defense. They have the puck. They break out properly. They create a scoring chance, and they don't miss. When a team starts, getting into a groove like this, they are very difficult, sometimes impossible to stop. And Amherst, just everybody seems to be feeling good right now about their game. They're playing hard. They're playing together. And it's just when a team plays like this, they're tough to beat when they're all playing together like that.
Coach Shepard has talked about this team as kind of being a little bit up and down, not necessarily always having that high level of effort throughout the season and sometimes not playing up to their capabilities. This is certainly not one of those games. They have brought the effort and the pace here right from the beginning, and it's paying off. They're making it's turning into scoring opportunities and goals.
Somebody must have given a really good pregame speech in that locker room because these players brought the legs, and here comes Salvadori again.
Salvadori with one toe drag in the neutral zone. The second one doesn't work, as now maybe a 2-on-1 setting up here for Niagara. Hoffman gains the line. He's got Stuardi in front of the net, tries to get a backhand pass to him. Berg, though, gets into that passing lane to make sure it doesn't get there.
5 Amherst Knights back below the blue line.
And Niagara had numbers initially, but it wasn't quick enough coming together to really make it a 2-on-1 in reality. And the back checking, making sure that there was no secondary opportunity for Niagara. Epic now trying to get something on the offensive side for Amherst. A couple players run into each other on the far side. Looks like both of them are going to be able to get back to their skates quickly as it's kept in at the point. Nice toe drag move to get free of one defender. And now Zuniga trying to settle it down to get a shot away. Eventually gets that shot, just barely missing the net. Salvadori now picks it up in the near corner. Salvadori spins away from one defender, now looking for that passing option. Gets it in front. What a great setup, but an even better save, I think. No, actually, it's in the back of the net.
Did they call it a goal, though?
No, it's
they
waved it off.
I think the ref lost sight of the puck, blew the whistle, then they banged it in. Might have been loose, but the rule is, ref loses sight of the puck, play's got to be blown dead.
Wasn't quite sure. I mean, our view of it here obviously was a difficult view from on the ice as well. I couldn't tell in the initial moment whether or not that was a stop or a goal. Not sure if it ended up trickling in there eventually after the whistle. Either way, stays a 6-1 Amherst lead, but they're not too bothered by the fact that they had that one waved off. They look to set up the offense yet again.
The way I see it, as far as they're concerned, they scored and did everything right, so no reason to change anything.
Back towards the Amherst zone. This one will go for icing. 2:45 to go in period number 2. And as our broadcast this morning, brought to you by Envious Gameware, designers of custom hockey uniforms, bags, and apparel. Visit enviousgameware.com to get your team a look to be envious of. Offensive zone faceoff coming up here for Amherst, as it's Adam Sievert stepping in to take this faceoff. Looks over his left shoulder and talks to his defenseman Brody Arthur. Wins that draw right back to him. Arthur loads up that shot, just can't quite get it on the mark.
That's the play, though. Low, hard wrist shot from the point for a deflection or a slap pass.
Ruggieri finds that loose puck in the far corner. Now tries to make a pass towards the slot. Good defense from the Purple Eagles. They get the puck out of the zone, but don't send it far enough to get an icing call. Amherst now looking to counter. Puck in front of the Amherst bench as Sievert puts some pressure on one puck carrier. And now Amherst finds possession as Mankowski gets it across the blue line. Niagara quickly exiting the zone. Now Galloway looking to carry it up ice. Good defense as that was Brody Arthur getting the poke check before Niagara could get it across the blue line. Mankowski with a little bit of difficulty accepting that pass. Eventually did get it on the stick. Ended up drawing himself offsides, unfortunately. Amherst now looking to make a change with 2:05 to go in period number 2. Knights firmly in command, opening up a healthy lead here in period number 2, a 4-goal period so far.
Huge period for Amherst, and they've played most of the period in the zone of the of the Junior Purple Eagles. It's just been an outstanding period for them so far, and Niagara just needs to try to get something to take into the third period here.
And it seems that the one adjustment that Amherst might have made after the first period was be aware of the Niagara transition game. That's how they created their opportunities in the first period. And so far here in the second period, Amherst has done an excellent job of getting back on the back check to deny Niagara those numbers. Now Amherst with numbers into the offensive zone. Colosimo accepts the pass with a spinning backhand shot. That one didn't miss by a whole lot, Sean.
No, and that was the amount of coordination that takes is ridiculous to even catch that pass, much less get a shot off. And Colosimo has had a habit of doing that. Here's Wilcox, though. He's going to shoot this.
Wilcox lets the shot go from just inside the top of the circle. Excellent save made by Joyce, as he has more than once been tested here in this game. That puck ends up being lodged between his leg and his pad, and now the referee trying to dig it out of there. 1:16 remaining here in period number 2. Both teams making some changes before this face-off in the Niagara zone.
Yeah, and again, this is the part of the first period where Amherst really took control of this game. So let's see if Amherst can just continue to, just take control, or if maybe Niagara can get something back here.
Puck comes towards the front of the net, just played off into the corner here, but Amherst quickly on top of that one, looking to get the pressure set up. Salvatore letting a shot go from the near dot. Good save by Joyce, as Amherst quickly getting it out of the corner towards the front of the net and getting the shot on goal. Kept in at the point. Amherst now looking to get something set up there. Good play, though, defensively to get that zone clear as Niagara tries to look for some offense here late in the period. Berg denying that rush up ice, though, and he takes it into the offensive zone. Pass is intercepted as the Purple Eagles look to counter. Salvatore gets in the way there here on the near side, and now Getz will have to go back deep into his own zone to start the breakout. Behind the net with under 30 seconds to go, Niagara clears the zone. Now a foot race in the neutral zone for that loose puck. That's Jason Sievert battling against the player for Niagara, who lets a hard shot go. That was Stuarty looking for his second of the game. Great play by the netminder, Simon Shepard. We've talked about his instincts as a first-year goaltender. That is the positioning instincts there, Sean. He was well out on top of the crease there.
And again, like I always say, those goals late in the period, they feel a little bit better when you score them. They hurt a little bit more when you allow them. Stuarty has been the offensive catalyst. Stuarty and Caruana have been the catalyst for offense for Niagara, and Stuarty gets another opportunity, and he has just been foiled at every opportunity so far in this game. But expect Niagara to lean on him because he is creating offensive opportunities.
Under 10 seconds to go as Burt gets it into the offensive zone for the Perps. Tries to take a shot from the top of the circle. Good shot block there.
Taking no chances is Brody Arthur.
Wasn't sure that one was going to get through with enough on it to be an issue, but Larson Epic dropping down and getting the shot block, keeping this one a 6-1 game after 2 periods of play. We'll be back with the third period in about 30 seconds.
My name is Stephanie Chang, and I'm an optometrist. I've been with Buffalo Ophthalmology since January 2023. Vision is very important for a child's development and learning. We want to make sure we catch any potential eye conditions early in age, such as lazy eyes or eye turns or any need for glasses. We do a lot of the similar tests as adults, but sometimes we'll modify different components of the exam to fit the child's age and their abilities. Definitely very important to get your child's vision assessed at a young age before problems develop.
And welcome back to the Northtown Center at Amherst, where we are set for third period play between the Amherst Knights and the Niagara Junior Purple Eagles. After 2 periods of play, it is a 6-1 lead in favor of Amherst. Thank you for joining us this morning on the Nickel City Hockey Network. Aaron Elpert and Sean McHugh from the 412 Communications broadcast booth. Amherst looking to add to the lead immediately to start period number 3 as Sievert gets the pass out in front of the net, again looking to set up that low to high play. Almost had it set up perfectly in front of the net, just couldn't quite settle it down in front, could Mankowski. Kept in again at the far point. Amherst has done a wonderful job of that throughout this game, making sure that Niagara doesn't have an easy time in getting the puck out. Ends up setting up another opportunity offensively as Mankowski's shot just barely missing the net on the backhand. Mankowski quickly on that loose puck on the far side. Galloway taking it away from him, but Amherst keeps it in at the blue line yet again. Now it's Sievert loading it up and driving towards the mid-slot. Galloway takes it away from him before he can get the shot away. Galloway now starts it up ice. Receives that pass back and now looking to break between the two Amherst defenders. Nice play by Ehret to make sure that lane wasn't there, and now Reed Ehret looks to drive it up ice himself. Ehret trying to skate through 4 different defenders, gets it through them, just can't get to the puck before the goaltender can. Ben Joyce falling on top of that one in the end and keeping Amherst from getting goal number 7 on the board, but the Knights so far early in this period continuing to push the offensive gas pedal.
Yeah, there's no off button on this Amherst Knights team, and they're just going to keep doing what they're doing, just keep building on the great game they've had so far. Niagara's got time to claw back into this. I mean, I know the deficit's 5, but it starts with 1, so I still expect Niagara to push for some offense to make this interesting.
All it takes is one play to change the complexion of the game, and there's still plenty of time for that to happen here as Amherst gets it towards the front of the net. Nice play by Braden Ash to get it away from danger. Have to play a little bit more defense in front. Nice play again by number 13. Closed that time and space on his opponent really quickly and made sure there was no chance in front. Niagara now gets the zone clear. Gormley on that puck first as he has some help from Wilcox in the defensive zone. Wilcox now looking to load it up behind the net. Starts the breakout with a pass, but it ends up in the skates of a teammate. And now Niagara might get a chance to keep it in with Burke. Unable to do so, though, as Amherst clears the zone into center ice where Mancuso's putting some pressure on. Loose puck created. Declan Gormley tries to skate it up ice. Eventually gets it to Colosimo, and he drives it in across the blue line. Dylan Colosimo now looking for that pass opportunity as he skates towards the corner. Pass towards the front of the net. Good stick by the netminder Joyce, keeping that one from getting to an Amherst player. Niagara clearing the zone, banking it off the near boards. Let's see if this one will go far enough for icing. Yes, it will. Couldn't quite see there with the restricted vision behind the near boards, but that one does go for icing with 12:51 to play in period number 3. Our broadcast today brought to you by Buffalo Ophthalmology and Buffalo Optique, providing a full range of specialized eye care services for ages 3 and up. Locations on International Drive in Williamsville and off Mile Strip Road in Orchard Park. Face-off in the near corner of the Niagara zone. Salvadori on the draw for Amherst. Niagara winning that face-off, though, but they can't maintain possession as Amherst quickly trying to create a loose puck. Stuardi eventually gets it to the blue line. Now has an opportunity to skate it through the neutral zone, but he's got Salvadori on him. Gets away from one defender. Back pressure, though, again makes it difficult to get a good shot away. Stuardi got a lot on it, but a good save as Simon Shepard makes the stop with some help from his defenders.
2 back checkers. Still gets the shot off, and then another great save by Simon Shepard, so we just can't harp on enough. You're getting contributions in the biggest way possible from literally everybody in this lineup today.
Players at any age level have no problem getting that extra effort for an offensive zone opportunity. Digging in and showing that extra effort to help your team defensively is a completely different thing, and you saw the commitment to team defense there by the 2 players from Amherst, Salvadori and Berg, with the full hustle play to make sure they help their goaltender out.
Never a bad idea to make life easy on your goaltender.
Amherst finding possession just inside their own blue line. Pass comes to the far side where it's going to be Wayne Shepard getting to it first. Tries to pass it up that far wall. Eventually has to get the second effort to get it up ice. This one will not be an icing. Didn't get to the red line anyway as it ends up getting stuck in the far corner. Salvadori sidesteps one defender. Now looks to get that puck towards the slot. 2 different Niagara players on him, keeping him from getting it out of the zone. And now it's going to be Niagara clearing the zone and getting it to the middle of the neutral zone. Stuardi finds control there, tries to make a backhand pass and ends up taking a hit along the blue line. Delayed penalty coming up here against Amherst as that one crossed the boundary of what is acceptable contact at this level and what was a full-on body check, because that was a shoulder-to-shoulder hit right there.
Gorgeous hit for sure, just about a few years too early on that. So first power play opportunity of the game coming up for Niagara. You want an opportunity? Here's one right now to get one and close this gap a little bit.
Reed Arrett, the guilty party here, number 26. He'll sit in the box for 1:30 or less as the Niagara Junior Purple Eagles get a chance with the power play, trailing 6-1 here in this one, and no time like the present to start chipping away at that one. They'll get the 5-on-4 chance to do so. Galloway on for the face-off. Niagara wins control of the draw, now looking to get that power play set up. Loose puck, though, created by Zuniga as he tries to get it out of the zone, does successfully get it across the blue line. Sent back in immediately by Niagara. That draws the offsides call. 9 seconds gone on the penalty clock as the faceoff will come up right in front of the Amherst bench. Amherst player just plays that one forward. Niagara sends it into the offensive zone. Zuniga's the first one to it here in the near corner. Plays it up the near side, kept in at the point by Caruana. His shot unable to get it on net as it was Zuniga again cutting that pass off, basically accepting that pass and now starting his team up ice. Ruggieri goes inside, outside on the defender and now has some speed up the far side. Good back pressure by Galloway creates a loose puck, but Adam Sievert finds control of it here on the near side. Sievert looking, surveying his options, banks it off the side of the net, got it towards the net front, just couldn't quite find a teammate there, and now it's going to be Niagara in transition with Galloway. Great play defensively as keeping Galloway from getting it into the zone was Ruggieri getting that poke check, and now Amherst finds control again, looking to clear the zone. Good play at the point to keep it in for the Purple Eagles as they still have 26 seconds to go on the power play. Hoffman's going to have to go back there and pick the puck up in front of his bench. Nice pass to Galloway here at the blue line. Now Galloway gets it across the blue line and now looks to set up a shot. Takes that shot, pad save, or stick save rather, made by Shepard. As we talked about him being a first-year goaltender, but you'd have to convince me pretty hard that he hasn't been playing with this position for 5 years because the natural instincts are clearly there.
Everything's there. The natural instincts, the reflexes, the compete. I mean, he has help in front of him for sure, but we make no mistake. There have been 3 or 4 opportunities. He doesn't make those saves. We're talking about a different complexion in this third period right now. I mean, Amherst has had more possession, but Niagara's had chances. They've been foiled by this goaltender.
Amherst winning the faceoff and starting it up the near side. Gormley's going to try to get it out of the zone on the near side, but there's a Niagara player there to at least keep the puck in for a little bit. Amherst penalty expires as Arrett steps out of the box and Colosimo brings it into the offensive zone. Colosimo gets the shot away as he was being harassed from behind. He didn't have a whole lot of room to get it away too, but good work to at least get the shot on goal. A nice save by Burke as Amherst looks to get that puck set up again. Colosimo finding that loose change in the corner as he gets tied up by the Niagara defender. Second Niagara player comes over there as Stuarty creates a loose puck and now carries it around behind the net. 2 Amherst players meet him there, and they create the loose puck in return. Approaching 9 minutes to go in regulation. Niagara clearing the zone. Stuarty gets it through center ice. 2-on-1 maybe here for the Perps. Stuarty's pass to the far side, gets it to a teammate, but spinning backhand towards the front of the net by Spagnola, misses wide as it comes to the near boards, and Colosimo gets to it there for Amherst. Plays it up to a teammate, and now it's going to be Wilcox carrying it up ice. Met by a Purple Eagles defender just outside the blue line, but still Amherst gets it in across the blue line. Mancuso can't get it deep as Spagnola takes it away from him. Spagnola with the puck on the far side, takes a bump and loses control, but still gets it up ice. Almost makes a good defensive play from his knees. Opportunity in tight as the defenseman Brody Arthur found that loose puck in the neutral zone, stepped around one defender and went straight to the front of the net. Great move to get the finish as well. Now 7-1 Amherst.
Yeah, Brody Arthur is fired up. He has been working hard for goals today. Uses that just really just strong stride of his, gets around the defenseman, beats the poke check again, and stuffs it in. And Brody Arthur was fired up after burying that one. He's earned that. He's worked hard today.
Coaches talk about his upside, and he might be realizing that upside already. You seeing, as Sean said, using those that long skating stride as well as the long reach. That was a big part of that finish there, was getting it around the netminder and finishing on the backhand. Real pretty finish.
Every natural physical attribute you want in a defenseman, Brody Arthur's got it. He's got size, he's strong, he looks like a tremendous athlete. And my goodness, does this kid have a compete level.
That's a 5-goal lead his team's on, but he's playing like it's a 0-0 hockey game. That's an attribute you love to see from any hockey player. Under 8 minutes to go in regulation as Jason Sievert keeps it into the point. Great move through the legs of the defender. 2 different Niagara players, though, right behind him as a good team defense from the team in white, keeping Sievert from getting that opportunity, but a really good move to start it off.
Sievert has had a nice game. He's just quietly been just a little distributor, a little engine that's just continuing to keep all of the offensive cogs moving. His passing, I mean, he threw a pass that would have been ridiculous at a college level, much less this level. Just these kids play together. They love the game, and like I said, when a team that is good at playing together plays this hard, very difficult to even slow them down.
Niagara had possession there for a moment, but the swarming forecheck creates another loose puck. They can't quite get a shot away from it, and now Niagara might have a chance in transition. Galloway trying to outmuscle his man for that one. Great play by Berg, making sure that there was no room to get past him. Just enough of the shoulder, not to get a penalty, but to do just enough to knock his man off the puck. Vetter Caruana gets it across the blue line for Niagara, just unable to clear the zone. Were the Purple Eagles there. And 7:16 now remaining in the period. 7-1 is the lead for the Amherst Knights in our broadcast this morning. Brought to you by Militello Realty, Western New York's premier commercial real estate broker. To buy, sell, or lease any office, industrial, retail, or investment property, trust the unparalleled knowledge and experience of Militello Realty. Amherst again finding possession quickly, and now a breakaway opportunity for Mankowski. Mankowski lets the shot go. Blocker save made by Joyce as Mankowski unloaded that shot. I don't think he wants it back. Great work by the netminder for Niagara to keep this one a 6-goal game.
Yeah, way to keep playing by Ben Joyce. He's faced a lot of shots, still high on top of that crease, challenging that very hard shot from Mankowski. Mankowski shouldn't change anything if he gets another opportunity like that. You just got to tip your hat to a great save there.
And you could tell that Mankowski was loading that one up. Gotta love to see a netminder that has no issues standing in front of a shot like that, making a big save when his team needs it. Now his teammates might be trying to turn it into some offense as Stuardi again driving things for his side. Shot misses wide as he then tries to get it towards the front of the net, but Amherst taking it away, starting to break out on the far end. Moved up ice by Mankowski, getting it to Ruggieri, but just off sides was Arrett here on the near side. As we get the stoppage in play, and a neutral zone faceoff coming up with 6:17 remaining in regulation. And as we get into the second half of period number 3, Sean, again, can't talk about how much we're enjoying these games. The excitement at this level of hockey brings us back to when we were playing the game at this age as well. And the pure joy that you see on the ice from the players, it certainly filters back into the broadcast, we hope, and we've been delighted to have an opportunity to call some of these games as Spagnola tries to create some offense for Niagara. Inside, outside, and lets a shot go. Shepard again making a huge save. That's 5 or 6 big saves that he has made. He gave up one early in the game, but has been standing on his head since then. Simon Shepard makes the pad stop there, covers up to make sure there's no second chance as well.
I mean, the way he gets into that butterfly, you'd think he's been doing this his whole life. That's not easy to do. I'm not a goaltender, nor will I ever pretend to be a goaltender. But just having lots of friends that are crazy enough to be goaltenders, that butterfly kick-out play on those low screaming shots, that's tough, and he's made that save routinely this morning. My goodness, it's early.
As a goaltender that is playing the position for the first year, and we're not necessarily believing that here in the broadcast
this might
booth.
Be trouble.
Arthur loading it up in his own zone as he looks to start it up ice, makes
this
one
is trouble.
move.
This is big trouble.
We'll get to that point about the goaltending in a minute as Brody Arthur carries it into the offensive zone again. This time,
not this
make
time.
the move to the backhand. Rebound,
Ben Joyce gets all the way back.
And the defender diving across there, too.
Marc-Andre Fleury right there, just full-on Superman diving to get back to the post. Oh, boy.
Just got to love the effort from both sides here in this game.
Oh, too much, young fella. Can't be doing that.
Arthur going coast to coast, can't quite get the finish as Joyce making a huge save, and then the rebound opportunity is there. Joyce dives across, the defenseman diving across. One of them got a piece of that one as, again, Amherst not satisfied with their lead yet. Will Cox unable to get that one deep, though. And now
Arthur does not want this puck to be icing. He is going to get back there. He's going to try this again.
Arthur picks up the puck before it gets to the goal line.
Easy with the dangles, young fellow. Just get down the ice.
Yeah, he's looking to set up a pass here as he rims it across to the near side to Wilcox.
Heady play, though. Okay.
Wilcox gets it into the neutral zone. Salvadore unable to get it past Galloway as the play is right in front of our broadcast position. Colosimo out-muscling his man for the puck, and he gets it across the blue line. Stuardi returning the favor with a little bit of a bump there.
Stuardi's not happy with the score right now, and I love that. Let's see if Stuardi's going to match Brody Arthur. No, Amherst forecheck's just not going to let that happen.
Niagara has to make two different efforts to get that puck to the neutral zone.
Oh!
Big collision on the far side.
Stuardi's mad right now. I mean, everyone's okay, but man, Stuardi's had enough.
Gotta love seeing the competitiveness. Nobody likes to lose, no matter what age level you're talking about.
Just keep it clean, boys. That's all we want.
And Stuardi leads that rush up ice. He gets it to Spagnola, who carries it in across the blue line. Drop pass, and now Stuardi gets it towards the front to Galloway. His shot gets on goal. I don't know how he got that one away. That puck was basically inside his skates, and he still fired it on goal. Sneaks it through the netminder, and a great team effort by the team trailing here in this one. Niagara, though, making sure their hard work was going to pay off there at the end as it ends up in the back of the net. Now a 7-2 game.
Every hockey team wants two things: forwards that defend and forwards that don't quit like Oliver Stuardi. He was out there playing like it was overtime, trying to get that goal. Score is nothing to him. He's out there playing physical, clean physical, mind you, because we've seen, you and I have been part of the opposite of that as well. Working hard, creating a scoring chance, and then still, they celebrated the goal as a team, so no quit in this team as well. Got to give credit there to Oliver Stuardi, just not allowing his team to fold this morning.
And the finish by Galloway, it looked like, I feel like most hockey players would have had a hard time just settling that puck down in order to gain possession of it. He fired it there from that awkward angle with the puck in his skates. Nice shot to get it away, even better to get it past the netminder. 7-2 game as we approach the 3-minute mark. Shot coming in from the point. Looked like the netminder Shepard just got a little bit of that one to deflect it towards the corner. And now two different Amherst players over there to start it up ice.
Bumping and bashing on the boards there.
But for the most part in this game, it's been all well within what is acceptable contact.
Even that. Oh, he hit him. He's open.
Salvadore trying to move that puck up ice, but some good back pressure as Caruana making sure that the back check was there not to allow Amherst into the zone too easily. Amherst now looking to move it through the middle of the ice. Epic accepts that pass right on the center ice dot, but two different Niagara players right on top of him, creating a loose puck and getting into the offensive zone. Zuniga behind the net, picking it up and looking for a pass on the far side. Ruben Zuniga, one-hand pass, can't quite get it through Burke as Niagara now has possession. Pass towards the front of the net. Good defense, maybe a little bit too much there without the puck, and I think it's going to end up causing an interference call. Maybe it's a roughing call that's being signaled, but the instinct was proper. Make sure that the player doesn't have room to get that shot away. In this case, it ends up being beyond the acceptable amount of contact. Minute 30 roughing call against Amherst, so another chance on the power play for the Niagara Junior Purple Eagles. 2:16 remaining in regulation. Stuardi's going to step in to take this face-off. No surprise there. Adam Sievert on the other side of this draw for Amherst as Niagara with a chance on the power play.
And Amherst, they're just going to look to score here as we got some Pitbull going in the background for the final 2 minutes. Oh, there we go. Mr. Worldwide goes back to wherever he's from.
Arrett picks it up just inside the blue line, takes a shot through the defender's legs. That one didn't miss the far post by a whole lot, and I'm pretty sure Joyce didn't have a view of that one at all. Amherst down a man here, but still with the puck in the offensive zone. Mankowski picking it up and letting a shot go from just inside the point. That one hit a Niagara defender and went to the far corner where Adam Sievert picks it up. Nice sidestep there around one defender. Can't quite get it to the net front as Niagara picks it up again.
That was a Flow Rider, by the way, not Pitbull.
I wasn't going to correct you on that one, Sean.
The internet probably already got after it.
Niagara getting the clear. This one looks like it's going to go far enough for icing as the whistle is blown despite the best efforts from the Niagara player Oliver Stuardi. We talked about him earlier on in this period with the full effort despite the score. Seeing it there again, trying to get that one before it got to the red line to try to beat out the icing play. Ends up coming back into the Niagara end as we have a minute 24 left in regulation. Our broadcast this morning proudly brought to you by Buffalo Ophthalmology and Buffalo Optique, providing a full range of specialized eye care services for ages 3 and up. Locations on International Drive in Williamsville and off Mile Strip Road in Orchard Park. As we approach a minute to go in regulation, Stuarty into the offensive zone for Niagara again. Defense is swarming on him, though, one more time. Two different Amherst players getting stick on puck there, eventually getting it away from Stuarty and keeping him from getting a shot on goal. 3-on-2 back in the other direction as Declan Gormley carries it into the zone for Amherst. Stops against the near boards, now changes directions with the defender right on him. Gormley with some pressure, and now Stuarty's going to get a break opportunity with under 50 seconds to go in the game.
Oh, clash of the Titans here, Stuarty versus Arthur.
Lets the shot go as Arthur was putting some pressure on from behind. Pad save made by Simon Shepard. He's making sure he's going to make all the stops he can before that final buzzer sounds. Amherst through the near side of the neutral zone. Gormley can't get it through traffic. Niagara, though, going in offsides. We have a stoppage now with 33 seconds left. Both teams will make some changes here as we have one last shift essentially coming up here in period number 3.
And it's been a great performance here by the Amherst Knights. You know, definitely don't want to take anything away from how hard the Junior Purple Eagles played in creating chances. They ran into a brick wall today in Simon Shepard. The score is not indicative of the game that was played. I mean, Amherst had that run in the second period where they got a bunch in a row. I certainly don't think the gap between these two teams is 5 goals, though.
Well, it's no surprise, though. They tied last time they played. You can see, well, this Amherst team was wanted to make sure they made amends for that 3-3 tie earlier this season at Dwyer Arena.
Ow.
And they have certainly done so far here in this game. A 7-2 lead as we have under 10 seconds to go in regulation.
And even in the final 5 seconds with a 5-goal lead, team swarming defense by Amherst as they're going to come out of here with a convincing and impressive win, Aaron.
It's a 7-2 win for the Amherst Knights as they crowd around their netminder Simon Shepard to congratulate him on a job very well done. The full team job well done here in this one, Sean. A very sound effort from this Amherst Knights squad. Nice to see a team step up and play like you know they can, and to bring that effort from start to finish. Nice of them to do it for us here on the broadcast, but certainly even nicer for them as you have a real happy group of Amherst Knights out there on the ice, and they certainly have every right to be happy.
Absolutely. They played a great game. Everybody, goaltending, defense, forwards, everybody, start to finish, great game, great effort by both teams, and I don't think these two teams are done with each other either this year. There's going to be another matchup, and Niagara's going to remember this one too.
Well, it's a win that a team can take a lot of confidence from, this Amherst Knights squad. They were good the full 200-foot game all the way from their own goal line to the opposite side of the ice. And the 7-2 final is the result in the end. Going to step away here for a moment on the Nickel City Hockey Network, but come back to wrap up our broadcast. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We've been delighted to have a chance to bring you this 12U hockey here from the Northtown Center at Amherst as we look to continue to expand our youth hockey coverage on the Nickel City Hockey Network. Be back in a moment to wrap up the broadcast. 7-2 is our final in favor of the Amherst Knights.
Cataract surgery can be a life-changing event for many patients. A lot of times, what can happen to a patient as the years go on is that they tend to develop various vision symptoms, like glare at night when driving, not being able to make out details as well. And over time, because those changes occur slowly, they tend to just adjust and adapt. Slowly, they might cut back from doing things that they enjoyed doing, like driving at night or visiting a friend in the evening hours, because they don't feel safe. There's the potential of being free of glasses. The look on people's faces the morning after or in the weeks after when they come back for their follow-ups is truly gratifying, and we always love having those experiences with people. It's a wonderful part of the surgeries to be able to bring such a nice positive change to their lives.
People ask, what is Buffalo Golf and Social? Buffalo Golf and Social is anything you want it to be. It can be the best instruction. It can be a vibe. It can be a hangout with your friends, running a simulator for 4 hours, playing your own playlist, and putting a game up on the TV. We are about everything and anything pertaining to golf. And most importantly, we are trying to build a community of players and a community of people who love and are dedicated to the game.
And welcome back to the Northtown Center at Amherst, where we are ready to put a bow on our broadcast here. A 7-2 win for the Amherst Knights over the Niagara Junior Purple Eagles. And certainly this is the type of game that if you're a part of the Amherst coaching staff, you got to love the effort that your team put in. What they told us before the game was when the team's playing their best, they're working hard and really disrupting the flow of the other team with the physical play and the back checking. Team followed the formula perfectly. That's exactly what they did from start to finish.
Absolutely, and they just, all the coaching staffs, all the players say from the Amherst Knights, whether it's at the 10U or 12U or any level you're hearing them play at, the commitment is team defense to the breakout, to the offense. And Amherst, you can just see, today they were working that system to perfection, even with leads. Niagara didn't quit today at all. And they would skate in, they would look to get set up, and with leads, off turnovers, off missed opportunities, you name it, every single Amherst Knight was flying back into the zone. You did not see anybody leaving the zone early. You didn't see anybody goal hanging. Once the job on defense was done, then they go to offense. You can't lose if you don't get scored on. And also, as great as Amherst played defensively, even in from the neutral zone to their own end, just to keeping pucks in at the blue line, when they needed saves today, oh my, did they get them.
Yeah, Simon Shepard was outstanding here in this game. The 2 goals against, certainly not going to fault him a whole lot for, because the number of saves that he made certainly outnumbered that by a lot here in this game, and really some difficult saves as well, as this was not exactly a easy roll to victory by 5 goals. The game film will tell you a lot differently. There were a lot of good opportunities that Niagara created.
Not 5 goals, but the last time they played, the gap was 0.
Exactly.
Well, it took, and this is at any level. You know this coaching at the college level, at the AAU level. Doesn't matter. Teams could be evenly matched, but Amherst, and this goes across all sports. I mean, as Bills fans, won't get into it, you could play a team perfectly even for an entire game. Amherst had that 4 to 5 minute stretch where they owned the puck and they were scoring.
Yeah.
That was the difference in the game. Unfortunately, Niagara, despite having obvious firepower to match a lot of teams, they were not able to get the goals. They ran into the goaltender, and this is certainly not to say anything about how Ben Joyce played today. He was outstanding, made the saves he was asked to make. It's one of those games where you look at the film and it's just like, we got beat today for Niagara. And if you look at Amherst, it's like, what do we have to do to bring that each and every game? Both teams are going to take a lot from this game to learn. Amherst definitely should be confident, but also be aware that they're not going to do this to every team. Niagara, tough loss, throw it out. You didn't play as bad as the score shows. Come back, rinse your mouth, and call it a day, and show up to the ice the next game. But again, today we were treated to a game. Started out back and forth, 2 goals in the first 2 minutes on speed plays. Then we got saves, and then, got some physical play in the third period as well. You got what you asked for, and since they don't fight at the 12U level, you got everything you asked for.
This was certainly everything we could have hoped for from a broadcast perspective. Thank you so much for joining us this morning on the Nickel City Hockey Network. That should just about wrap things up here from the 412 Communications broadcast booth. My name is Aaron Elpern, for color commentator Sean McHugh, videographer Jeff Jazarowski. That wraps up things here from the Northtown Center. Our final score yet again, it is the Amherst Knights 7, the Niagara Junior Purple Eagles 2. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, and we'll talk to you again on the Nickel City Hockey Network.